Almost out of nowhere, Bitcoin has broken 5,000, and people are scrambling to answer the question, what comes next? Let's break down what's happening, is this the start of the bull run, and how you should be responding to what's going on. Welcome to Ready Set Crypto. This is your brain on blockchain. So as we've watched Bitcoin's price spike higher, it's pretty clear that there aren't any fundamental catalysts that have driven this move. Sure, the fundamentals for the ecosystem have recently been booming, and there's always continual macro factors, but as it stands for today's move, it was largely technical in nature. This is simply price seeking liquidity. Once 4,200 was breached, there was little friction in the order books in the mid 4,000s. Thus, a short squeeze or cascading liquidations perpetrated Bitcoin's brief spike to over 5,000, the first of its kind that we've seen in months. Already there are calls that this indicates the end of the 16-month bear market. But not to rain on anyone's parade, I have to exercise caution in spite of very large green candles. Many times during this bear market, we've seen bull traps very similar to this. I don't think this would surprise anyone if this turned into another BART pattern. Playing devil's advocate here, I think we do have to recognize that there aren't many fundamental reasons driving this pump right now. Yes, overall, I feel the crypto industry is trending positive. And yes, I think we've put our past behind us for the most part by shedding the bad blood and the bad faith that the ICO brought. But that also points out something that we should definitely take into consideration. If the 2017 bull run was largely brought about due to the ICO, and the proliferation of cheap, easy money, what then would be the catalyst for the 2019 bull run if this is indeed the start of it? In the past, we've highlighted events and trends such as the passage of common sense, blockchain-friendly legislation in a major developed country that sets a precedent for the rest of the developed world. For example, if the US suddenly became very blockchain-friendly, as it's indicated in the drafting of 2 bills in the US Congress this week, that could be a major catalyst for the cryptocurrency industry. We've also discussed the possibility of institutions to become very blockchain friendly and start to compete with each other as it relates to blockchain innovation and proliferation. This is definitely happening, but it's definitely in the early stages of that innovation. We will need to see more companies and more innovation by those companies before I'm confident that they will be helping to advance the overall narrative of blockchain itself. Lastly, there's a return to norm. What if we're finally getting over the funk that has surrounded this industry for the majority of this bear market? What if we're getting back to the innovative, competitive spirit that drove this industry 2 years ago? Yes, it's easy to look at ICOs and decry them as a failure or a fraud, but I think you'd be foolish to discount the spirit of innovation that also surrounded them. This space in 2017 was not only hot because of the readily accessible capital, it was also hot because of the ideas that were being floated around. If we can get back to even a partial semblance of that state, I think that would be the catalyst of real measured growth, something that would indicate that the industry has returned back to a growth mindset. This in turn would fall into line with the emergence of other subsectors and auxiliary sectors such as security tokens and decentralized finance. Overall, I am skeptical that this is the start of the bull run, but at the same time, I will not discredit anyone who believes fervently that we are getting close to a point that people say enough is enough. It's time for crypto to shine. But I want to know your thoughts. Do you think this is the start of the bull run, or do you think we have a lot more pain in front of us? What are your plans in the short term? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.